Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another car video. Handsome versus hot. Why I push the body game so hard. Handsome versus hot. A little tired after today's workout, but check it out. I push the body game so much because it makes a man hot. Now let me explain the difference. It's not the same thing. See, you get a lot of guys thinking, it's just the face, it's just the face. And the face is important. And it's like the ideal for a woman in a relationship, like a long-term relationship, like somebody she gonna marry or something, for a man with a handsome face. That's her preference. Ain't nothing wrong with that, or at least a face she considers handsome. But she might not necessarily be turned on by him sexually, because a man could have a handsome face and just an average body, and or even a handsome face and a little overweight or something like that, and they cool there, but then the sex life will be because they're not really turned on totally by that guy. Now, versus hot means he has a body that turns her on sexually, but then his face might be average or something. And if you really pay attention to the men who get the most women, who really get the most women, ain't really the handsome ones. In fact, I'm gonna tell you something I've noticed, I've seen. There's been a lot of handsome men, and yeah, I'm just a little bit more warm today. It's actually cold. It's actually cold in the 30s. But if you take an honest look out here, and a lot of men complaining, people look at them and say they handsome. People say, you handsome, why you having trouble with women? Well, here's the thing. They having trouble because they not turning the woman on sexually. A woman is turned on sexually by a man's body. And I'm going to get into that in a second. Because usually if a man is handsome, oh yeah, he get attention. She say, she'll look at him and say, okay, he handsome, but he got to have some game. His hands and butts. He got to have some game to him. He got to have a little bit more. So he probably has to have a good job. He got to make money. Indeed, if anybody's read my book, Nice Guys and Players, I talk about the masked man. They have to have some degree of handsomeness. And they also have to have some money and status too. They have to have that, because that's the woman is looking for. She's not as turned on by that. I'm gonna get into what actually turns on a woman sexually. Okay, I got this sun behind me and everything, or next to me. No, because see, the face does not turn on a woman sexually. They like a face, they're attracted, they'll look at it. But if a man got a handsome face, he has to have game. He got to have something behind it. He got to have some money. He got to have some other stuff. He got to take him on the dates and everything. But he got to work hard to turn her on sexually. Indeed, some women reject it. Now, I've had some male clients, and they'll say, people call me handsome, I'm having trouble and everything. And you have some people, particularly men, who don't know any better. Right? They don't know any better. Hold on. You got some men who don't know any better. They think that's all they need. If they got a handsome face, but then you got a lot of handsome guys, they not getting any play. The ones who get some play, they always got extra. They always got extra. Got a good job. In fact, the people who say looks, money, and status, they not off at all. There's no, seriously, I don't have an issue with it. In fact, I've always said how to get past that, but I said it works like a motherfucker. Like if a man got a handsome face and he has some money, he got some status, he's going to get some play. Because a lot of times we don't talk about the class issues in relationships. Shout out BGS, Itmore. He talks about, the octane models. That's a class thing. All those things play a part in. So yeah, you gotta have some money and status with the handsome face. You can't just have just a handsome face. You're going to get some play. Now, usually when we're talking handsome face, the body is average. The body is average, and that's cool as long as he got other stuff, and you know he got to have some personality. He got to have some level of game. And when I say game, let me be clear, because some people be tripping about that. Let me see something real quick. Okay. When I say game, his strategy, he got to have some strategy, because that's a reality out here. You get some guys and people will look at him and say, well, you handsome, why you having trouble? They don't have any game. And the reason all that matters is they not turning the woman on sexually, because the face don't turn a woman on sexually. Or the only part that truly turns her on sexually is the lips and the tongue for kissing. And there's a certain way, if you kiss a woman, she'll lose her fucking mind. In fact, that's very intimate. But that's about it. Now, when she's looking at the handsomeness, they like cute and everything, attractive. But we talking sex now. Because indeed, there's a lot of married couples, and you'll look at them, and people say the man's handsome. It's like, well, why the woman tripping? Or the man's handsome, why the woman trip with that so-so looking dude with the jacked up face, rough looking face? Well, then you get into the second part of it, the body. The body is what turns a woman on sexually. Sexually, that's what get her juices flowing. That's why if you look at, I talked about professional body game this week. If you look at like male exotic dancers, if you look at gigolos, and yeah, they might or might not have a handsome face, but they definitely got a nice body. That's the thing that, see, the body turns on a woman sexually. Think about it from a practical way. They ain't making love to the face. The most the face can do is kiss them and, get them a little bit. But how many men, let's be real, how many men have been on a date with a woman they kiss, but then you try to take those pants down and they like grabbing your hand or something. They not turned on sexually. And sometimes they just giving a kiss anyway. You spend enough money. They say, look, let me give this motherfucker a kiss. Right? And that's even if you get a kiss. And even then, you better know how to do it, right? But even then, it's like, it doesn't really, their vagina ain't really going anyplace just off the face, unless dude, you got a long tongue, he's using that shit to eat the pussy. Look, I'm gonna just be real with you. They might see that tongue ain't long and some, know what to do with it. Then they might get hot off of that. But the face don't turn a woman on sexually. The face does not turn, I would debate anybody on that. It don't turn a woman on sexually. And let's have fun if we do debate it. Let's make sure it's an audience of women. No, it don't turn, the face itself doesn't turn on. They like a handsome face. They like a cute smile and all of that. And they'll connect with them on an emotional level. They can talk with them, look at them, and that's cool. And it's actually better. Honestly, it's better for a long-term relationship if the woman thinks the man has a handsome face. It's not a bad thing at all. But there's a lot of people in long-term relationships and they in sexless marriages. Or, once the woman had that baby or something, she don't want to do anything sexually. Now, contrast that with the hot part and why I push the body game. The body gets them hot. Think about it. Sex isn't from, some people, it ain't from like just kissing. Shit, your ass physically humping. You picking that woman up. You banging her against the wall. You flipping her ass over. You pounding into a doggy style. And women get turned on sexually by the body. Any man said his back licked or his body licked all over. Shoot, they should know that. And shoot, boy, it's print is part of the body. That whole physical form, like a woman, that's why gigolos, that's why male exotic dancers make their money from their bodies. Because if you take an honest look at a lot of gigolos and male exotic dancers, their faces are average. It's rare you get one with a drop dead gorgeous look or something. Seriously. I remember at this one gym I worked at, we had a crew of male exotic dancers there. And shit, honestly, I guess the women thought they were alright, but the women weren't even looking at their faces half the time. And shit. And shout out Cousin T-Tall, who trains male exotic dancers. He's talked about the ugly, sexy play. But the thing was, they had that body. That body got to be tight. That's what turns on a woman. Like a woman, I've seen women go into trances seeing men's bodies. I remember there was this sister. She had a kiosk. This is in the D.C. area. And she was a Muslim sister, black Muslim. Black Muslim sisters tend to be more intellectual and stuff, right? Sharper. I saw her go into a trance. This dude was walking through without his shirt on through the mall. She went into a trance. Indeed, that's why you see, like, shit, the body is why some of those women be going messing with those prison dudes. People think it's their personality or something. Those prison dudes be looking rough as hell. But they be hitting that weight pile and stuff. Shit. The body turns on a woman sexually, get them hot. Now, it ain't saying a woman trying to deal with them long term. Indeed, a lot of women, they might get, like, if they will prefer, their preference would be a very handsome man and a killer body. But that's rare as hell. That's their ultimate preference. Let's be real. Because one thing about the face is actually better for a overall relationship. Because the communication is better. The guy like looking at you. So let's just be real with that. For a relationship. But when you're just talking hot sex and the sexual aspect of it, they gotta be able to like that body. Shit. They gotta be turned on by that body. And then on a more primal level, they looking at the man's body and everything, his body build and everything, because on a very primal level, they want those healthy children. So it's about how healthy his whole body is and everything. Because if he got, like, they'll look at him and think that. Indeed, that's why you get, because of the split between, like the face is the more social aspect of the game. Like, you can go out in public, everybody say, oh, they look like a cute couple. But then behind closed doors, if he, got that nice body that the woman likes, she going crazy and stuff. And that's why I push the body game, because from my perspective, see, look, let me be real with you. I don't always get called handsome. I mean, if I do, it's kind of like, oh, you're handsome, right? And I'm good with that. But women go crazy over my body. Women go crazy over my body. They like my body build. Now, if a woman don't like my body build, she don't go crazy. But I don't deal with it. Because one thing, when a woman is turned on sexually, she becomes automatically receptive. So that's why I personally only deal with the women who show some type of reaction to my particular body build. The women that I get with, who deal with me, they like my body build. The ones who don't, I'll be like, oh, okay, let me find this dude that you might like. Seriously, that's the key. That's the key. That's what get them wet. Look, anybody who doubts that, ask yourself one simple question. Why is it women make it rain with male exotic dancers? Think about it. Think about it. Why they make it rain? You got some male exotic dancers out there, that's all they do. And they like that body build. And they know how to work it, because the women going crazy just looking at that body, getting turned on. They see that big chest. Well, since I say breasts for women, I'll say chest for men. They like that big old chest. They like those arms. They feel something. Shit. If a woman looking you up head to toe, she feeling your body. Shit. If she looking you up head to toe. So that's why those strippers be getting money. That's why if you look at professional gigolos who making money, who getting about $400 an hour, and they usually charge a woman for the boyfriend experience. They be for a week. They can make about $20,000. It's their body. It's their body. Because if you look at them, I mean, it's hard to tell what a woman consider handsome, but everybody always talking about measuring jaw lines and stuff. These guys ain't necessarily got that. In fact, I talked about this one dude I knew. He was actually a male exotic dancer for a minute. But if you saw him from the head up, he had a chubby face. If you saw his face, you would think he had a big old round body, but he had a tight ass body. That's why women go crazy over like muscle men and stuff. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. That's always been my secret. Because personally, I don't know how women, some women say I'm handsome, some I'm say I'm all right. But then the ones who like my particular body build, boom, to this day, they be like looking and stuff, they be looking, they be like, they be looking up and down and stuff because they like my body build. Now the ones who don't like my body build, I just say, okay. And I just pick out the women like looking at, if they look me up and down, I'm already thinking about the positions. And if they want to hug, because if a woman like your body, trust me, she want to get close. But that's hot to her. That's hot. Now, if you have both, or I'm going to tell you what, if a man has a killer body and an average face, which is most guys that I label Mr. Goodbar, like average, they ain't ugly, but, they ain't going to sell anything with their face. They decent. Like you get some guys, they just make sure they get a good haircut, keep their beard up, keep themselves up as best as possible. They the ones be getting the women like crazy. And the key thing is they turn the women on sexually. That's it. That's why I'm so big on body game. Because one issue is the better your body is, the more it appeals to a wide variety of women. The more it appeals to a wide variety of women. Like if you can be like legitimately, if your body can be in a mesomorphic range, that's actually best because it's a cross section. Now, even if you something else, like say you slimmer, okay, but if you can like, put some muscle on and everything, got some veins popping, and the women who like slimmer men, which some do, and you just spot those and learn how to spot when a woman's turned on sexually by you, boom. And then you got some women, they like a big old dude, big endomorphic dude, as long as his body is tight. Like they like that big old dude, look like he can flip them over and everything. And especially you get those women with those brick house bodies, they like those big dudes. So, it's just a matter of getting your body tight. And that's my whole program, get your body tight. And then when I say tribe, who's turned on by your body? And see, when women turned on by a man's body, they don't hide it well. But see, one of the problems we got out here just in general relationships, especially in America, too significant a part of the population is overweight. People didn't used to be this big overall. You didn't need as many gyms, just people just being regular were able to stay in better shape. That plays a big part. And in fact, because you only have a small percentage of men who are really have a good body build. In fact, I'll say this. Let me throw out something real quick. I've talked about the sexual shadow world. I ain't say anything. You want to enter in, you got to have a body build. I don't care how handsome you are. I don't care what you think it is. If you want in the shadow world, it's about your body. Because it turns a woman on. That's the key. You want to turn her on sexually. Now, only thing is, and like I said, if you got like handsome or at least handsome for her and got that killer body, those are best relationships. You're going to find the women are the most cooperative because you're hitting them on two levels. You're hitting them on a primal level, on two different levels. So, that's why I'm big on that thing. That's why I'm big on that body game and stuff, because I'm gonna tell you what, everybody trying to say all this shit to get women having long live streams and everything, and then somebody like me who's like, I don't be spending no money, I just be walking, and they be like, hey, how you doing? Because once a woman turned on sexually, and you learn how to pick up on that. And trust me, they make it, people say choosing signals, trust me, they have a nice body, they'll find their way to you. Shit. That's always been my secret. It was the physique, always. Now, let me say something real quick, because sometimes you get some guys that are like, well, why would they want them? Because the women like my physique because they have a vagina. A man can't look at my physique and see what a woman sees and feels. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I'll say it to you. Because you get some guys like, why would a woman want you? He this, he that. She got a vagina, motherfucker. If you got a vagina, if you complain, I'm gonna ask you, well, damn, I ain't know you had a vagina. Seriously. Cause see, that's another thing too. Because the one thing is, you never know what a woman like. I knew this one woman. She all slim. She didn't want to get with me. I wasn't big enough. She like a big old dude. Shoot. And that's the thing. And that's why I talk about the tribe. All a man has to do is pay attention and try to start learning how to peep the type of women that are naturally attracted to him. And everybody has it. There's some deeper metaphysics I can get into. I had to do that on my Deep Thought channel. But seriously, that body, if you want it. Now, if you got it blessed with a handsome face and all of that, naturally handsome, oh yeah, that's cool. You could probably get somebody for a relationship. But then, like I said, and I've got feedback from some people. A lot of those guys, you got a lot of guys who will say, well, I'm handsome. I can't figure out why women ain't checking for me. All I had to do is see the body, and I'm be like, oh, dude, hit the gym, man. Put some muscle on. And let me be practical about it, because you still get some people try to fight against that. Ask yourself one simple thing. How is it you got male exotic dancers, some Magic Mike type of stuff, getting big money, they raining it on them, and you got male gigolos getting $400 an hour. I mean, and if they do the boyfriend experience, week experience and stuff, they can get about 20,000. They hitting the gym. It's the muscles, and it's the same principle as men being turned on by a woman with a figure 8. It's exactly nice, nice big breasts, like round, firm, flat stomach, waist, nice ass, shapely, feminine. It's the same principle. They like that hard muscle. And seriously, it works like a champ. So that's the biggest reason why I'm big on body game. All right? Big on it. Because I'm telling you, because look, I don't care where your financial position is. I don't care your educational position. Hell, you might be a quiet ass person. You might be even introverted. A woman see your body and she start tingling. Boom, all you have to do is pick up on it and work the program. You don't even have to work the program. You sit there. She'll come up to you. Say, hey, how you doing? She might just walk up. She might come up to your hand and give you her phone number. I've actually had that happen a few times when my body was extremely tight. Yeah. Older now, and that don't happen now. What happens for me now is they just come up and have an indirect conversation. So, yeah, it is what it is. But, so that's always body game. It's very simple. I'll say it like this. It turns a woman on sexually. And it also helps you. And here's one last thing I'm gonna say about that. This is a little long, but I'm just flowing. Here's one thing I say about it. The man, you just have to learn how to pay attention to women, see who's responding. After a while, with some practice, you already seeing who's checking for your body. And once a woman is turned on by you sexually, she's automatically receptive. And she automatically is cooperative. It's for you to fuck up at that point. All right? So anyway, that's all I got for now, y'all. Get back with y'all next week. I don't do shit on Friday. In fact, for one of my regular videos tomorrow, you might see another side of Rom. So I'm just warning. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.